Ethereum. We've heard of the more established ones. Still to this day, no one knows who created Bitcoin. It's an anonymous person from Japan. And what that did was give credence to other people being anonymous creating coins because we're like, oh, Bitcoin's legitimate, it's so successful, this person didn't scam anybody, and they're anonymous. Perhaps it's just the way that things go. And unfortunately, that's led to a lot of people investing in cryptocurrency blindly without knowing anything about it and get robbed. So, according to the SEC, the U.S. government is concerned that the rising use of virtual currencies in the global marketplace might entice fraudsters,
You know what?
lure users into
I did not
and other schemes in which these currencies
change my title. I don't know if I can do that now.
investments
Good morning. Good morning.
also involve unregistered offering or trading platforms. So, like, as I said before, like, no shade to Pancake. If you've ever seen Pancake, just like, it's called Pancake. Like, that just don't sound like a place. Legit. Right. It just don't sound like a place. Bitcoin's on angelmama.com. I just feel like that's not a place that sounds legitimate.
Hey, Robert. Good morning. What's going on?
Things like that, and those are a little more legitimate. But if you're interested in doing this, one of the things that you really have to be looking into is
I didn't make my title this morning. I think I hit the wrong button. What's going on? Good morning. Happy Friday. How's everything going on your way to work? Cool. I am on my way to the gym. I just got back in town last night. I'm very sleepy. A little jet lag. I wasn't in Vegas long enough for the time change to really mess with me, but it kind of did. Sorry, y'all. That is my job because they love texting me. And I don't know how to turn this off in my car. So if y'all keep hearing that ding ding sound, that's me getting messages from work. But checking in with everybody. We are 3 days away, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days away from the draft. NCAA is done. Awards are given out. Oh my gosh, y'all, leave me alone, please. And everybody's getting ready to go to New York. We're gonna see who is going to, like, we got all these mock drafts out here, who's gonna go where and all that stuff. So we finally get to see. I don't personally like doing any mock drafts because, like, one, I don't know enough of the college players. I'm not gonna act like I know about every single college player out there because I don't. Obviously, I know about some of the more popular ones. Obviously, I know about the ones of the teams that I watch, but I don't know enough to be like, this is where this person is going to go. But I do feel like Aneesah Morrow from LSU should be and will be a high draft pick. I don't see how y'all let her just go like that. But, I mean, we see what they did to Angel last season. She had dropped down to 7. But she ended up where she needed to go. So I'm just going to, if Niece doesn't go top 5, she'll end up where she's supposed to be. Me personally, I want her on the Aces. Now, Aces, I don't even know if they have a pick in the first round. So I don't want her to, like, drop out of the first round and be a super low pick in the first round. But I think her being on the Aces would be amazing fit for her and her development. But, you know, Valks can use her. I've seen mock drafts that have her at 7 going to Connecticut. So I don't know where she's going to go yet. They still, obviously, Paige is number 1. I don't think that's going to change. They have that young lady from France. I don't know a lot about her, but they moved her up to 2. I saw Sonia Citron at number 3. So they have Sonia, Kiki, and I want to say Cheyenne Sellers going to Washington. They have, who did they have going to the Valks? They got Georgia Amore going to Chicago at number 10. They had, I can't think who was going to the Valks now. I can't remember. Hey Key, what's up, Jay? I'm excited for the draft too, but I'm also itching for more transfer portal news. I was hoping we wouldn't have gotten another Gamecock commitment announcement for my birthday yesterday. Oh, happy birthday! Happy belated birthday! But yeah, I'm ready to see how this draft shakes out. Same here. I mean, the portal is portaling. Like I thought last year was a lot of people in the portal. This year is just because these schools now can pay these players right out. There's a lot of money on the line. There's a lot of opportunity on the line. So it's very volatile out there. Like a lot of shakeups. I saw that Janiyah Barker and London. Is it London Jones or London Johnson? London from UCLA. This is the little short one, I believe. Like she's my height or something like that. She can ball. But both of them have transfer or got into the transfer portal. Not really sure where they're going. It's interesting for Janiyah Barker. I don't really know what her deal is, what it is that she's searching for, because I mean, we knew she was at Texas A&M last season. She seemed to not be satisfied being on that team. Obviously, she got into the portal, came to UCLA, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna do all this stuff at UCLA. They fell short, and they made it to the Final Four, but whatever happened there, she decided that she didn't want to stay at UCLA, so now she's back in the portal again. So I don't know where her mind is or what it is that she's doing, but she's back in the portal, y'all. London, I'm just gonna say London. I can't remember what her name is, but but we'll see where she ends up going. I mean, Ole Miss picked up Cody McMahon. I saw that. I had already saw that my girl Kate from Notre Dame is now going to be playing for South Carolina, so I still get to keep some of my people in my family, so that's pretty cool. But is it Jones? Jones, okay. Were you thinking where you think Tahana Pau and I say Tahina Pau and Sanaya Fagan going? I still want Pau on the Sky. I don't really know where they're gonna fall because they keep flipping. That's what it was. They had Pau going to the Valks. That's who it was. They didn't have Fagan on the first round draft board for the mock drafts, but honestly, we need a backup 4. Chicago needs a backup 4. I'm thinking Leah King or Fagan will fit very nicely in there because we have a good amount of vets on Chicago Sky team where we can they have time to nurture and get these rookies and the younger players better acclimated and help them grow within their game. I think a Fagan or a Leah will be great, especially somebody's got to back up Angel, is what I'm saying. They don't have anybody. They got Elizabeth and Miller at the center. They have a bunch of guards. We got 2-point guards and a bunch of wings, but we don't have any true 4s. It's just Angel. So I think we need to get a backup 4. But I think I saw something where Jeff was talking yesterday, and he's looking at Sanaya Rivers and who's the other person? Maddie Westbelt. He was looking at Sanaya Rivers and Maddie Westbelt. So Maddie does play a 4. She does play a 4. I wouldn't be mad at Maddie either. Maddie is a part of my family. So the Notre Dame, LSU, South Carolina family. So I'm not that mad at that. But I mean, I would probably choose Fagan over Maddie, but I don't know where they're gonna go. The whole freshman class for UCLA got in the portal too. I heard that. Corey lost all her doggone freshmen. Yeah, Coach Yo been cooking in the portal. Hey, Quito, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, Jay, and everyone on the chat. Yeah. Good morning. Happy Friday. Y'all know where I'm on my way to. I'm on my way to the gym. Have to stop in here and get my pre-workout snack and head over to the gym. But I was checking in with y'all like I always do before I get. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna run on the treadmill today. We'll see how I feel. How this go-go juice treats me. Corey even lost her London Jones. Yeah. I don't know what happened, but yeah. I don't know. Do y'all think it has something to do with like UCLA itself, like Corey herself, or is it just is a lot of opportunities out there for people and they don't have to be loyal to these schools anymore? It's kind of hard to say nowadays. I don't have none of my drinks. I'll do this one. Corey got 6 players in the portal. LOL. All right, let me pay for this stuff, y'all. Hold on. What's going on? Huh?
Got your hair done again?
No, it's still the same
Oh,
from last time.
I think it's because you've been
I have
having
it.
it hot.
Yeah. I switch it up every now and then.
I guess you're off today, huh?
Yeah. Try to hit up this gym. Work off these crackers.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
See you later.
Yeah, I see that, Key. She was coach of the year and half her team lost, so what are we doing here? What is going on? It's because she made believe that they were contenders and they are not. I mean, to their credit though, I mean UCLA wasn't like, they made it to the Final Four. They made it to the Final Four. They did, run through some teams during the regular season, and I ain't gonna hold that against, I'm not gonna play it down. They got us in the beginning, as far as South Carolina. They got LSU. I mean, they did what they had to do throughout the season. I don't know if it's some of it has to do with their schedule or strength of schedule or whatever, but whatever they did, it kept them with a really, really good record. And so they couldn't do nothing with UConn. And UConn was that girl. I'm not even gonna lie. UConn was that girl this season. Very determined. They clicked at the right time. Their players stepped up at the right time. So I'm not going to say that UCLA wasn't good, because if they weren't, they wouldn't have made it to the Final Four. But it is crazy. I don't know. Sometimes I don't see how they give those awards out. To me, I don't see how that works a lot of times, because yeah, she made it to the Final Four for the first time. That should be recognized, right? That should be recognized and stuff. But you got Gino, you got Dawn Staley, two big programs that Dawn's going for history in one way, Gino's going for history in another way. Although South Carolina lost those 3 games, they made it back to the finals or to the championship game through all the scrapes and bruises. Gino stayed, steady with his team. He's on his way to getting a 12th historical 12th championship. Like, you don't think those coaches just like should have, I don't know. It's just giving a coach an award, coach of the year, based on something they did the first time, kind of, I don't know, it kind of just, it's kind of a slap in the face to some of the other coaches that also be on their grind but have a lot more what I not experience, but they have a lot more accomplishments under their, that's what it is, accomplishments under their belt. But whatever. Hey, Miss D, what's going on? As a UConn fan, this is what we do. We make teams rethink after facing us bleed. Boo. Congratulations, Jeremy. I didn't watch the game between UCLA and Chicago. UCLA and South Carolina. What was I doing? Oh, I had to work. I was at work. So I was just watching the scores. It was, shout out to y'all. Groovy. South Carolina is doing what UConn did in the early 2000s with Tennessee. I think it could be another one of those battles. South Carolina is our Tennessee now. It could definitely be a rival. I don't know. I don't know how long Gino's going to be coaching. I mean, the man's been coaching for 40 years. Hey, you relax. I hate when people beep at me. Literally, the light just turned green. I'm watching them behind me not want to stop. Anyway, I don't know how long Gino's going to coach. I think he's got another maybe 3 years. I feel like he might want to stay in with Sarah Strong being there. But I don't think he's going to be there that much longer. So we might have a Tennessee-ish UConn battle with South Carolina for a little bit, but I don't think he's going to be there much longer. I just get that feeling. 40 years is a long time to be doing anything. Y'all know I was in Vegas this week. I'm still just upset that I can't find no Las Vegas Aces stuff nowhere. Nowhere. After all this time, after 2 championships back to back, after the fanfare, after even the city of Las Vegas giving the Aces, what did they get, $100,000 each or something like that to help promote the city? We ain't got, I couldn't find an Aces thing in the airport. I couldn't find the Aces stuff in the hotels. I couldn't find the Aces stuff in like the I didn't go to the main mall, but I went to the mall that's what is it called? The Forums Mall. The Forums Coliseum Mall is connected to Caesar's Palace. Nothing in there. But I see Raiders stuff and Golden Knights. Cannot find an Aces jersey at all. Went to the Nike store. I thought I'd see pictures of Asia. I ain't see nothing up. I ain't see nothing up there. But I don't know. I don't like it. Everyone press those likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. As I'm eating my crackers on my way to the gym. How do you feel about Latson? And do you think it will cause friction with Fawali when it comes to who's starting? I don't think I've been hearing a lot of conversation about that, and I don't. Here's the situation. Dawn has a system. Dawn does not sugarcoat what she wants to do with her team. So those people that come there or that have been there or sign on as a recruit from the very beginning understand what she does. And the thing is, lately, she's been winning, right? I don't think there'll be any friction between Fawali and Latson. I think that's a lot of noise that's being like drummed up on social media because they say you can't have both of them there. But I mean, you got to understand that Latson is probably not going to go to South Carolina and score 25 points, 30 points a game. It's not going to be like that, not consistently, because that's not the way South Carolina runs their, like that's not their thing. But I think both Latson and Mylasia can, I don't see why they couldn't be on the same stage. I don't see why they couldn't start together. I think it will be, let me see, Joyce will start. It'll be, let me see, Raven, Fawali. If Latson was starting, Latson. Who else is there? Joyce and Raven, Fawali, Latson. Tessa Johnson? No, Kits, my bad. Kits and Joyce. And Tessa may come off the bench. That's what I see, and I don't think there's an issue with them playing together. That's what I think it'll be. Raven, Blake, Latson, Kits, and Joyce Edwards as the starting five. What in the... Girl, what is happening here? They are building up so much stuff in front of my gym. I don't even know. Like, what is this thing going to be? Hold on. Let me find my parking spot. I'm going to get to the comments. Oh, here we go. Okay. He says, why would it cause friction? Latson and Fawali could start together. Yep, Jeremy says, all WNBA and college merch I get online. Yeah, I get it online, but I just thought if I was in Vegas, I should be able to get some Vegas stuff. I mean, some Aces stuff. Latson and Fawali played together in AAU too. Yeah, they all played together. Raven, Latson, Fawali. I think people see Mylasia as very, like, obviously flashy, and she's a good, like, one-on-one player. So a lot of people feel like she may eventually not fit within the South Carolina system, because South Carolina system is not a one-on-one type of offense. But I mean, I don't know if y'all noticed. I mean, at the end of every quarter, the play is to give it to Lay for isolation every single time. So I think that's a nod that Lay gets from the coach, from Staley, to be like, yeah, I know we got to play team ball, but this is your moment. This is who we want to have the ball at the end of these quarters, because eventually at the end of games you might be our go-to. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think she tries to help, or tries to fit Lay in as much as she can. But this is just people talking on the internet. I don't know what coach thinks. I don't know what Lay thinks or anything like that. Oh, Ashlyn Watkins. I forgot. Will Ashlyn be back by the time next season? She should be, right? You're right, Jeremy. It'd be Raven, Lay. I can see Raven, Lay, Latson, well, Kits, and Ashlyn Watkins. Yeah, that's it. I forgot about Ashlyn. Hey, RC. People want to see Tessa transfer out. You know, it's all about opportunity and people feeling like, yes, starting is a good thing. Starting is a big thing, right? You as a basketball player, you want to be on Front Street. Starting is a big thing to you. And could be. I could see that. And it seems to be a big thing amongst a lot of people. Like, they feel like if you don't start, you're kind of less than. But it's only 5 starting positions on the team. And the good thing about South Carolina, what they have come to be known for, is they got like 10 starters on their team. That it don't matter who swaps out, who steps in, their level of play doesn't go down, because they have 10 potential starters that if these bench players were to go to any other team, they could start over there. And that could be true. But also, Dawn has said she's also preparing them for real life. Just because you may think you're good, or you may be good, when you go to the W, it's very cutthroat. It's a lot of good players that get cut. It's a lot of good players that get benched, because there's only 12 spots, right? Until that changes. And that could change with this new CBA. We don't know. But she's letting them know, yeah, you can do all this. You know, she's probably having these conversations. You can transfer. You can go wherever you want. I will help you do whatever it is that you want to achieve your dreams. But you have to understand what reality is. You can be a good player, but if you go to a team that also already has set good players, you're going to sit on that bench, and you got to be okay with it. And if you're not okay, you don't get the opportunity to essentially bounce from different team to team so you can get your shine. It doesn't work like that in the real world. And I think that's a lesson she tries to tell them or teach them, you know? Jeremy says that Dawn has a system, and Latson is not just going to come there and start automatically. It depends. I was thinking that at one point, but it depends, because Pow came there and started. Pow was a transfer. And I don't recall Pow Pow coming off the bench. And Latson, I mean, honestly, and Latson has a lot more star power behind her, a lot more, you know, she was a leading scorer in the league or in the nation this past season. So she might end up starting. It's who earns their spot. I think that's what Dawn looks at. I wonder if Dawn told Tanaya from the door, like, you're not going to maintain your scoring average here, but you'll go further than ever, or if Latson already knew this when these things. As I said, I think Dawn is very honest. Almost every player that has talked about her tells us this. Dawn don't sell you a dream. Dawn don't promise you a bunch of stuff. Dawn is going to tell you, this is how my program is. This is what the results have been. You make the decision. That's it. So I think Latson signing on, she already knows what it is. They've already had the conversation. We don't know. She might start. She might not start. But whatever that is, it may be a surprise to us, but it's not going to be a surprise to those players. And especially if Raven has been talking to her, Raven knows what the system is, and Raven knows like what she's walking into. I'm sure Raven was just as honest with Latson as Dawn is, because Raven can't sell that girl no dream because she ain't in charge of nothing. She could tell Latson all she wants to, but Dawn is the one that controls that. So I believe that Raven was very upfront with her as well, saying, I mean, this is how we play over here. This is what we do. Yeah, she's probably not going to be the leading scorer of the nation anymore within that system. But will she be closer to winning than she was when she was at Florida State? Probably. J-Spot, if players desire recognition, minutes, notoriety, then they'll most likely probably not have arrived at South Carolina to begin with. You don't rise above the system at South Carolina, averaging 26-27. Don't win chips. Exactly. What are your thoughts about Cody McMahon going to Ole Miss? A little shocking. I'm not really, I don't think I'm shocked. I had been following Coach Yo, and she said she was working in that portal. She had been working that portal. So for me to hear that Cody went over there, I'm not mad at that. I'm not surprised. I think it's a good fit. Ole Miss is just as scrappy, just like they got that fire from Coach Yo. They got dogs over there, and I think she'll make a good fit. Some of these players went from team to team within the same conference. I feel like they're traitors. RC, I just don't feel like there's any loyalty anymore with NIL. A lot of these players, especially women, they're not walking into multi-million-dollar deals, even if they get chosen in the WNBA. They're not walking into these huge paychecks, especially as a rookie, even if they make a team. So now is the time to capitalize. And so your main thing, which it used to be, go to school, get your education, play for, a good team, hopefully you win a championship, is now, what can my program do for me? How can that program elevate me? How can I maximize and get the most money? And if my desire is to be in a W, then how can me being on your team promote me to be a high draft pick? You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that people are thinking of. I don't think it's as loyal as it used to be back in the day, because there's too many factors now. where, you know, if I'm not going to go into the W, if I don't have a chance to go to the W, I'm about to try to milk this NIL for as much as I can, because this is money. This is real money that we're getting, right? Some of this is life-changing money, and so I got to go make the best decision for me and my family. Sorry, coach. You know, we ain't win nothing anyway, so let me go over here and get, what they say, if you can't beat them, join them. Let's go. I think the loyalty is kind of like out the window. But RC, I did hear that girl you keep telling me about, Neepkins, something like that. I heard she might be going to South Carolina. What do you think about that? I love Kendall Dudley. She just went from UCLA Bruins to Michigan Wolverines in like 2 days. How she make that decision that quickly? 2 days. That decision was probably already made a long time ago. This is why UConn and South Carolina are premier programs, because Don and Gino are loyal, blunt, and fair to their players. To them, is all about making them better person and player. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think Gino beats around the bush either about what he can provide or offer them or whatever. And I think Don is in the same way. Now, she may lose some players. She may lose some players due to like an NIL or something like that. But Don is not, at this point, I don't feel like Don is conforming to that NIL thing. Don is very much, this is my system. This is what you're going to do in that system. And if you don't want to do it, you're free to leave. That type of thing. More so that, please come here, please, I need, please, I need this, I need that, I need you, I can get you this, I can get you that. Like, she's not selling them a dream. She's helping them to accomplish the dream that they already have. And I think that's big. Hey, Lala. Dudley is a freshman. Really? Okay. This is why I said folks saying that Tessa gonna want out, because Gianna plays the same position and does what Tessa does. I seen the rumors flying around Facebook and X. Oh, okay. That's why they're saying Tessa's leaving. Tessa's boyfriend transferred out, so that could be a reason why she wants to leave. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, y'all. Neepkins fits best at UConn, Jay. But I don't know if they'll get her. I said hi, Lala. You didn't hear me? But I'm about to go. I got to finish eating this last cracker, drink my go-go juice, and then get in this gym. I know y'all don't want to see me sitting here stuffing my face the whole time. So I will talk to y'all later. Catch me and Sess on Monday, live draft night, as we give our live commentary, live conversation, predictions, whatever, on I was going to say Grammy. I keep saying Grammy night. On draft night. Y'all have a good Friday. Be safe. Take care. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out, y'all.